Hey, what's going on everybody? This is Zeno here, and today I'm going to be talking about the Brutus' Lead Sprinkler Ascendant. This is going to be my theory video, but I wanted to start off this theory video with a potential Uber Labyrinth run. By potential, I mean I'm going to run it, and that'll be the course of this video. During the course of this video, I'll take breaks and discuss the build and its full function, and hopefully by the end of it, I can actually complete this. This is my first time doing it on this character. Alright, so I'm level 85, and I have 1590 strength with a Meginord's Vice. Late game, I do want to replace this with a proper strength, attack speed, fire damage to attacks, pair of gloves with whatever else I can get on it at its extreme. This is a nice placeholder for now because I am crutching myself with Death's Oath for leveling. I am not using the Death Aura skill. This has absolutely nothing to do with the Death Aura skill. I am using the stats on this. Because I'm Brutus' Lead Sprinkler on every single build this league, for the Ascendant, I need attributes or strength. And this gives me up to 50 all attributes. The implicit on this is all resistance, which I can't get enough of. It's 2200 armor, as much as 2400 on a proper roll. 70 life, 1% attack leech, and 13% attack speed. This thing is just steroids level of damage and survivability. I do take chaos damage per second, which I can negate because of things like 2% regen here, as well as a lot of regen on my tree. My helmet is a chaos resistance helmet to help resist this, and it has a fair amount of strength, decent life. I don't think it's worth exalting, but it is worth replacing later. It's not bad, it tried. And the helmet, well, we'll see what, if I pass this, we'll upgrade that. I am not wearing Rise of the Phoenix, it's just skinned. I have a Crusader Buckler because it's a 9% movement speed base, and this is my shield before picking up a Lycosidae. They've fluctuated in price from about 40 at the lowest to 110 chaos so far in Hardcore League. And I'd rather just invest for a Xoph blood. I'd rather just save up for that. So I picked this up. 9% movement speed's hard to argue. I just threw on strength, and it has a solid amount of fire res and life. This is 100, let's see, 79 and 22, so 101, right? Yeah, 101 strength amulet with 20 to 37 fire damage to attacks. So this thing's just a lot of flat fire damage. Resistance, I need to make the life roll better. Like, I got kind of screwed over there. I bought it like this, so rip. And I don't have a 7 Alberon. But obviously Xoph's Blood replaces this. This is a nice neck until then, though. This neck is my lowest piece of strength, and I do need to replace it. Also, that all res I just put in there as a crutch, and it's been fine. I guess I could take the all res and make it a lightning res, so that's the only improvement upon this, but I'd rather just replace it. It does have fire damage to attacks, which makes up for the lack of strength, you know, whatever. High life, decent res. It's a level 35 ring, and I've been wearing it since then. I have an opal ring that I think I'm going to exalt. It's got 2 mediocre rolls, the life and the fire, but the strength and the fire damage to attacks all res on this base. If I land wed, it's pretty damn good, and exalts are like 22 to 25 chaos depending the day right now in hardcore. I think they're stabilizing around 23 to 24, somewhere in there. Again, this guy, I have an Elder Belt, which I'm trying to roll attribute percent. It is better than Cyclopean Coil, I think that's it. This is better. This belt is not better than Cyclopean Coil, but a Elder Belt with attribute percent strength on a heavy belt is best. I'm stuck wearing the Alberon's Warpath per usual, 18% strength roll. It's 15 to 18. You want the 18%. If you want to see this at all, there is a gear to my profile link down below, and you can always take a look at where I'm at for my characters. Real quick, we got 40 strength here. My Uber Lab will be these two right here, another 40 strength and 20 dex and 20 in. And I think it's better than picking up Path of. The 3 points I don't really need. I've scooped up most of the stuff I need. Where I'm at right now in the tree is just we have HP here, another one here. I have 4 right here. Do I have any other HP other than that? I think I have some more to pick up still. I have RT until I have Elemental Overload, which I was talking about Lycosidae, so that's another 30 strength in EO, and we do drop these right here. Sure, I can always find, oh yeah, we have life right here too. So at level 85, it's pretty much just life nodes and then like remaining damage nodes on the tree for me. And I'm sitting at 7.7k life at 85. I think that's enough talking. Let's start. So I've been mapping with a couple people from my Discord. I'm only 5 linked at the moment, so my Wild Strike is set up with faster attacks, which is 13% and 20% here. I'm trying to get my quality gems. Ancestral Call quality is also attack speed, and I swap it with... Where's my WED? Right here. Ah, shoot. I'll pick it up when I get to my stash. I have a couple gems to put on my Ancestral Protector that I was thinking about, and I'm going to execute. Okay, so I'm using Haste at the moment, rather than using Anger. The group I'm partying with, Anger would screw up elemental equilibriums, and Haste is phenomenal. Movement speed's probably one of the strongest stats in the game. And I use Enfeeble Aura because it's great for trash. It's great for Abyss monsters. It's not ideal against bosses, but it's something. It's better than nothing. So, it could be worse. I take it off for whenever I do the Crypt boss, obviously. Let me minimize this. Alright, so in this Eternal Lab run, my expectation is not to pick up keys. I don't pick up keys. I just go for objective. I could care less about Labyrinth. There's plenty of people that farm it, and I just want the points. My opinions of Labyrinth are very limited. I try not to have opinions other than it's part of the game. It's not going anywhere, so not liking it is fine. But I don't even take that approach. I just don't care. It is what it is. I personally don't like playing Frogger unless I want to play Frogger, though. That's the TLDR of Labyrinth. So my single target will always be decent with Ancestral Call on, and that's because it gives you a less damage multiplier, but it allows two like Karui type warriors, or maybe mirrors of yourself. I don't know, these red things pop up and they function the same attack you do. They will also perform the attack. So if there's only one guy, you only hit once, unless you stand back and you hold shift like so. So there are some people who prefer that method, but for single target, I take out Ancestral Call for weapon elemental damage, which I know will secure it. If the boss has a lot of adds or extra monsters, Wild Strike could still clear more than well with without Ancestral Call in a confined room. It's just clear speed suffers. But in a boss room, WED will perform better than Ancestral Call, usually. Unless the boss is just continually spamming out adds, I would prefer doing gem swaps. Per usual, I'm memeing out the Charge Dash. I like that skill. It's cool. I have the Raider Ascendancy and Chieftain Ascendancy. So the Chieftain gives me 10% strength. I have a 10% chance to cover enemy ashes and rare, which is not the same as Xoph's Blood. Xoph's Blood makes it when unique enemies or rare enemies attack you, you have a chance of covering them in ash, or when you get a hit from them. In this case, it's a little bit different. I apply the hit, so it's a little bit more controlled and definitely better than Xoph's Blood. But we'll have both, so why not? I messed up. I'm going to wait for Blood Rage to fade here. I don't mess around with traps. Do not. Okay. Keep up your endurance charges during this. Traps deal less damage to you when you have your endurance charges up, because endurance charges make you take reduced physical damage, and the traps deal a degenerative effect. So armor does not prevent the physical damage, but reduced physical damage will. It's annoying, I know, it's odd, but armor does absolutely nothing against traps. Only endurance charges or things that are tagged reduced physical damage. On the flip side, if you're wearing an Abyssus, you will take a multiplier to damage from traps. Remember that. Basalt Flask will also reduce the damage of traps if you're having a tough time. Alrighty, so we should be coming up here, unless we find a gold key. There's always one guaranteed gold key in the Uber Lab, I believe. I never look up the websites on where to go and how to go there. I just wing it. So I don't know what kind of Azara we're going to face. I do play the mini game. I don't care about the keys. The objective for me is just to get through it. This is hardcore, so survival of the fittest simulator, ahoy. And I will switch over to... Oh, perfect. I am going to swap now my Ancestral Call with my with Wed. That's what I do there. And now, let me see, this goes here. Oh, I have to put on melee splash on this guy. It does work, right? Great. Fire pin level 18 is not better than 19. What level fire pin do I have? 19, so this guy can go here. Alright, I do have a 6-link in here, but it's hard to counter Death Oath. I'd rather have a 6-link Death Oath. I've also tried to roll another flask. This is what I'm stuck with, like a Hollowed Seething. It's rough, but it could be better. A Seething Eternal with Bleed is like only 50 more life than a Hollowed because of the duration. So I need to roll an Eternal Staunching. Bubbling Eternal Staunching, rather. It is an Eternal Flask. Alright, let's go. So my 1 flask is budget for this fight. I'm aware of that. Alright, so the Raider Ascendancy allows me to keep up Frenzy Charges, rather build Frenzy Charges against bosses and rares, so kind of nice. So in this minigame, I have to bait a Zaro over here, get him stuck in something, and then go kill this. So, no! Well, rip. This is so AIDS for melee. Block him. Alright, so he's only got fire damage. And lightning damage. Well, this is going to be an interesting start. Okay, so we're going to just have to play this smart. Fortify always. Quartz Flask when it's up. Do not receive any damage we cannot take. Like that. Alright. That was fine. That was fine. He's got extra damage as fire and lightning. Ah, well. Whoops. I'm used to doing that. Ancestral Call back on for clearing. A little rough. Nothing we can't handle, though. I do have Culling Strike, so as long as the next one is not Curses. Curses would be so brutal. Just not Curses. I do have a decent amount of HP, but HP can quickly disappear with all these multipliers. Do not want to deal with Curses. Alright, so I have Blood Rage on again. Made that boo-boo. Okay, so we go this way. Keep up your charges against these things. They do not give you flash charges, by the way. Those little totems, they do keep up your endurance charges, though. So Enduring Cry does give you life regen. So just abuse that. It is a form of potting if you think about it. It's not much, but if you're out of flasks, you can always just spam Enduring Cry. Alright, which way does this bring me to? Right across. Alright. No Blood Rage, I have to remember that. I can sustain frenzies against rares like so, though, because I do have the Raider Ascendancy. Oh, Bestiary. Pretty sure I just caught like a pleb mob. Enclosure is a dead end. If it sounds like a dead end, it is. That's how I play Labyrinth. Annex, nope. Crossing, okay, well you can cross that. You know, that's how I do Lab. If it sounds like you can go through it, you probably can. Make sure you check though. Sometimes you get debated. Like Atrium. Atrium usually you can go through. But sometimes Path is just one way. Alright, we're at another trial. That means Gold Key is probably next. Alright, back to single target. Alright, what's this one? Not Totem. Oh, God. Alright, this is going to be rough. Okay, so in the beginning we have to get as much as we can. Go. Okay, burn. Back in. Burn. Alright, we save this one for the Hail Mary. Have to try and bait him over. Oh no. Got him. Whoa! Why you cheating, dog? Got him though. No charges. A little spooky, but we can handle it. Nothing we can't handle. Nothing we can't handle. Okay. By the way, name this character the true Avatar Fire. You think of like the Ascendant, the one that is the true neutral. So, because she would be the Avatar, man. Except I don't have Xop's blood yet, so the name kind of blows. So, let's make it the dream a reality. And let's hope we complete this Uber Lab today. I figured what better way to show off a build, like a theory of the video. If and when we're done with this, I will discuss the entirety of the build for you at the end. Often I get complaints from YouTubers or YouTube comment section about not showing enough gameplay. So instead of just always explaining the build, I'll do that while I'm playing the game. And Uber Lab, it's a decent test to hardcore, you know, where your character's at. Especially your first Uber Lab, that's a really good way. 85 Uber Lab is doable. I'm sure you could do it much earlier, and there are definitely people who do it. Hardcore 85 is a little iffy. 90 is the safe approach. 90 Uber Lab. So I figured, hey, I got a decent amount of HP. I'm feeling confident. I don't feel cocky. Got to pay attention. You know, he's got 2 freaking elemental damage buffs. Let's see what we can do. The reason why... there it is. There's the gold door. Alright, so the reason why I use Charge Dash is because it only requires a 2-link. And I got tired of Shield Charge always colliding with things. And I'm using a mace. So I can Leap Slam. If you prefer Leap Slam and you got a lot of playstyle with it, rock out Leap Slam. That's your thing. That's your grind. Go for it. Charge Dash is just me being a hipster mostly. I'll just be real. But look at that. I didn't even have to do shit. I got a lot of movement speed. Despite wearing Alberon's Warpath, it's only 20%. I do it with Juggernaut. I do it with Deadeye. Any of those type of classes. I don't care. Any of the speedy classes. And I picked up the Raider Ascendancy anyway, so... Okay, this is most certainly not where the gold key is. Alrighty. Let's check up here then. Sometimes they're in the same zone, sometimes they're not. I guess maybe the Merc Lab, they're in the same zone. I'm gonna have to, I guess I walk past this then. So I saw the gold door, and in Merciless usually it's over there, I suppose. But in Uber Lab they make you go to an annex. Yep. So, a little bit of a rookie mistake there. Oh well. More passage in this case. Let's see. This is, yep, so it does go backtrack. So if I came the other direction, I would have came to this room and found the gold key before finding the gold door. If I came the opposite direction. Sometimes you get those. Okay. These type of rooms, the gold key rooms, are always just a square. And in the middle is the key. You do these little mini games. Yay. Okay. We go down here. Alright, so there's 3 if I remember. Maybe more. Yeah, there's one right there. That one. Okay. Wasn't too bad. Alright, gold chest, gold key. Let's get out of this joint. It was fun, but not really. We can go backwards, I suppose. No, I don't really want to do that. I don't like running through saws. Let's complete the objective then. We'll go this way. I could see more running this way, running down. No, actually, you get about the same visibility. But I remember coming here was a little spooky, so I'll take the route I don't know. Plus, I know I can get flash charges this way from these plebs. And there was no saws anyway, so rewarded. Alright. Well, I didn't even have to open a door or anything. So I could have just went that way the whole time. I didn't even have to mess with the saws. Hello, Oscar. Don't troll me here. I know you want to, but don't do it, buddy. Don't do it. I'm gonna get trolled. It's okay, Oscar wasn't about to fight a Zara or anything. Why would we want to do that, Oscar? He's just mad I'm not using Oscar arm on this build. He's like, I designed those gloves for this build, dude. And I'm like, no, you didn't. You designed them for Juggernaut. Can I go map now? I mean, can I go fight a Zara? Alright. Don't get me now. You better be a good boy. No trolling, Oscar. I'm trusting you. Trust exercises. Alright, go, 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 go. Go away. I'm not playing that right now, homie. Ooh, block. Okay. Let me stand here. Wait that out. I have no charges. Leech just carried me there. Okay. Okay, I was just running around, but I don't care. I got him. He had some damage modifiers there. I'm doing this. I don't care. We're getting that. Alright, that put me at 1641 strength. And now I have a lot of attributes, so I don't even need Death's Oath anymore to crutch me. I only need about 155. That's a lot of attributes. Sounds Ascendant, man. Pretty happy about this. I don't have any side notes, do I? That means I don't even need this right now. Let's do that. Okay. That pathing is just so special, but it makes sense. So, pure talent. Let's talk this guy. I've talked about this dude so much this league. So, I only have 3 things right now, but they're all insane. I have 1% attack leash, 25 attributes, and 5 pen. For Wild Strike, I will not be connecting to the Marauder, so I don't need the 15 AoE. And I thought originally of connecting here for the mana regen, but for 3 points, 1, 2, 3, I get Mana Leech and 20 Dex. Unfortunately, with efficient training here, I don't get the 20 Strength. So I sacrifice 20 Strength for 20 Dex, but I get Leech. And this is just Mana Regen with pure talent, right? So instead, that opens up a Frenzy Charge, and because I have the Raider Ascendancy from Ascendant, 10% chance to gain a Frenzy Charge when you hit a rare unique enemy, which means I have Permeation against bossing. As long as I'm running Blood Rage, I can have Permeation always. This will help me generate them on kill, so Trash will give me Frenzy Charges. This will allow me to sustain or build against a boss. So speccing 2 points into a Frenzy Charge is absolutely worth it, and that makes these points more efficient than going the mana regen path. You can play mana regen if you decide to, but I don't think it's worth it. I think because I have the permanent Frenzy Charge, and when I'm at maximum Frenzy Charges, I get Onslaught. Onslaught is 20% attack speed, movement speed, and cast speed. 4 dodge, 10 movement speed, okay. So this gives 30% movement speed technically, and 20% attack damage. This also opens up an Abyss Jewel, so I don't need to get Onslaught on kill. And this is also Onslaught permeation, because if I'm at maximum Frenzy Charges, I get Onslaught. And I know I'm at maximum Frenzy Charges. So this is 2 forms of permeation that most people cannot have that are not Raider, or Ascendant Raider, or some other kind of gimmick. With that said, I also chose Chieftain in my Cruel Lab, and it was worth it for me to do my normal lab, because the normal lab was 40 strength and then probably a 10 strength node from that, so it's worth it. There is 80 strength in total that I picked up as the Ascendant, and the Chieftain gives us 10% increased strength. So the Ascendant has the highest potential for flat strength, not saying that it's the best. Obviously there's critical strike multiplier builds, there's elemental penetration type builds. We haven't even played the Chieftain himself yet, so when we get around to Chieftain, we'll see what he's got to offer. But covering enemies, again, covering rare and unique enemies in Ash for 10 seconds, make them take increased fire damage, is insane. And the reason why this is insane, because now I have a multiplier that's permanent. Xoph Blood, like I was saying earlier, makes it so you have to receive a hit or direct damage to apply it. This one is a guarantee from attacking with my Brutus' Lead Sprinkler. And this is also permeation. So we have consistent, sustained damage against bosses. And then against trash, the only things you're going to need this for are rare enemies. And then Blood Rage will pick up your Frenzy Charges against anything else. Alright, so let's see here. I also get Leech from my Totem. So I have my Totem. Where is this lad? The Ancestral Protector is better than War Chief in this build because I am Wild Strike, and Wild Strike's melee physical damage will only apply to the fire portion of the attack. The cold portion is tagged Projectile, and the lightning is tagged Chaining. So picking up melee physical damage, or melee damage, will not work for Wild Strike, with the exception of the initial hit, which only applies to the initial monster hit, not to all the extra stuff. Let's go see what I get for treasure. So there's a little bit of discussion in theory, a little bit of a segue back to the loots. Hope you guys enjoyed the approach I took with this build and explaining it in terms of here's actually a semi-difficult thing to do. I'm not saying lab is the be-all end-all. It's kind of old in the game now. It's about a year old, but it's definitely Uber Lab. It's definitely put hair on your chest if you're not paying attention. Azar will still smack you around. So I'm happy to get this done. Oh, that put me at 7855 health too. Pretty awesome. I should be approaching 8k soon, and I don't know the highest amount I can get, but I have, let's see, a 5% here, 4, 4, 4, 5. I have 4, 4, 4 here. And do I have anything else? I thought I did. Oh yeah, I have this right here. I didn't show this one off. 3 4s and an 8. This way actually becomes better pathing. It's kind of nice. So we'll pick up this wheel too. I have so much life to still pick up, and I'm almost at 8k. Like I said earlier, when I pick up Lycosidae, we spec out of these 3 points and we put them here. It's 4 points for the price of 3, but I get 10 extra strength because of this, and I get 40% more damage. I do sacrifice my shield, though. So I lose the stats on the shield, and we're going to have to pick them up elsewhere. And I still have this level 35 ring to replace. My Brutus' Lead Sprinkler is okay. It's a nice crit roll, but it's a second best attack speed roll. You want 1.44, but 1.43 is still solid. I can always up that. Yeah, my gear is doing okay. I need to replace this flask. I would like to make roomies a thing, but in order to be removed to freeze, I have to drop adrenaline, which I suppose I can do. I could try out Leap Slam for a change, or just Shield Charge again. Shield Charge. What year is it? It's the year of the Shield Charge. So, let's see now. Now, this character is going to be probably the most expensive of them all, because I need Xoph Blood, because I need Lycosidae, a perfect Brutus' Lead Sprinkler. 2 Opal Rings is always what you're aiming for, so that'll be the same on everyone. And, of course, the Elder Belt. Whenever we craft that tentacle beast. And then Death's Oath, I don't know if I'll use it forever. It's not bad, honestly. Like, 1% attack leech here. I get 1% attack leech from pure talent connecting to the duelist. And then my totem gives me 1% attack leech. So, I have a lot of leech. And especially with this life pool, it's beautiful. I could sustain it. It's not bad at all. So, in my Ancestral Protector, I end up putting melee splash on him. So, he actually helps me clear. I mean, he's like a pseudo War Chief, man. He's like little brother War Chief. He gives me attack speed. He gives me a multiplier to attack speed, so that's amazing because with 2 multipliers to attack speed from multi-strike, good stuff, and that makes faster attacks great. And quality Ancestral Call is also attack speed. And then let's see, my 6th link will be Elemental Focus, and I will still swap out Call for Wed. That's just my preference. Everyone has their own playstyle. Do what you want. That's just how I'm rocking it. So I need 6 link, a bunch of life nodes, Xoph's Blood, an Elder Belt, and then last but not least a jewel. So I have pretty decent jewels. They're just strength life percent. Another one of them, strength life percent. And then this guy down here is also strength life percent. So one of these I will replace with a Emperor's Mastery. And this is another great thing about not needing Onslaught on a jewel. It's like you can just pick up these things. Shroud of the Lightless is still a solid chest, and I'm considering it. If I go Shroud of the Lightless, I would have to switch all of these over to Abyss Jewels. Otherwise, I'm just shooting myself in the foot. So that's the one reason why I may not do Shroud. I might just stick out the Death's Oath. I could, like, my leech is crazy. I could sustain all of the degen, no problem. And I also have enough regen where it doesn't even hurt me, because I'm still using things like Meginord's Vice. My Golem, I'm going for a damage Golem, Summon Lightning Golem. I have him my cast when damage taken. And then he has Culling Strike too, so it's not bad. That's all I really got to say about this theory. The skill tree, I will put it in the description down below, as well as my Twitch channel. I stream this live. Right now I'm on a little bit of a 2-day break. End of spring break, and I'm just taking a little bit of a relaxing time, but I'll be back to full-time streaming come Tuesday, and I promised that I would still make YouTube videos along the way, and I will also be inside of Discord. I'm doing Discord games right now. I'm hanging out with the guys and girls. Yeah, there's girls. By girls, I mean maybe 1 or 2 once in a while. This is the internet after all, and they're probably not girls either. They're probably guys, because Al Gore says everybody on the internet is in fact a guy, and I trust him because he invented the internet. Meanwhile, that's nearly an Xoph. Yay! Saving up for Xophs. Saving up for Xophs. It's 350 chaos. Sometimes 250 if someone's budget. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching this YouTube video. I don't really know what to say anymore, so I'm gonna head out with that one. Bye-bye. See you Tuesday on stream.